The Guam Power Authority continues working to restore power to the island, while cleanup crews around the island have made great progress. My daily routine is almost back to normal, and it looks like I might be going in the hardware business. Stick around for this one.
Is that a rainbow?
As I begin working on this video, it's been 15 days since Typhoon Mawar wrecked the island, and nearly half of all Guam's power customers are still without power. The Guam Power Authority has been working around the clock, and crews have arrived from Saipan and Rota to help. I believe there's even a crew here from Washington State helping out. While most people have their water back, many are still looking for their power to return. We were among the lucky ones and got our power and water restored just 8 days after Mawar. Our situation is almost normal. Today, I returned to my walking routine with my friend AJ, and we did a walk at a place here on Guam they call Big Navy. We will typically meet up at the gym and pick a route to walk from there. And because usually we start off so early in the morning, we'll always get caught by colors. Not long ago, though, I took a walk by myself along a route with many familiar sights for anyone ever stationed here. The barracks, located on the Navy base, are the same barracks that were here when I got here in 1974. The parking lot has been adjusted somewhat. There are some bike racks and a barbecue area out just outside the barracks here on the left. That was never there before. The two barracks on the right were home to actually the AGs, barracks 13 and 14. The aerographers' mates, I think some radiomen might have lived in these barracks right here. The anti-aircraft gun out front, still there. The submarine, which is in front of the old Navy pool or swimming pool, is gone. It's been relocated to the main gate. And the swimming pool is a tennis court, and the old chow hall, well, it's a library. And I sure do miss eating there. Across the street from the barracks, many of you might remember Club Macambo, a very popular spot for most everybody in them days. And who could forget the driving range? Oh wait, we never had a driving range. This is just down the street from the barracks. Why didn't we have a driving range? I don't know. But anyway, the barracks are still the barracks. They've been remodeled over the years and repainted, and they look the same. Across the street from the barracks and the chapel, across the main road, is the new dental clinic. And next to that on the right is the Navy Exchange gas station. The dental clinic just recently got constructed and was co-funded by the Japanese. The old Lockwood Terrace housing still looks the same. The units have been, again, remodeled and kept painted. New playground was there. That wasn't there before. The old enlisted housing at South Tibaleo, it's all gone. It's been all demolished.
That used to be our old house right there on that corner.
Something we never seen back in the day was solar panels. Bright, shiny new solar panels powering some of the barracks, I guess. But one of the things we always seen was the bowling alley. The bowling alley is still in the same old building. A typhoon, I think, damaged the roof a few years ago, and I think they replaced all the lanes. So inside the bowling alley is brand spanking new. And it used to be the place we all gathered after ball games. We'd play ball, we'd go drink beer at the bowling alley, and then we'd go head on to the barracks, and where we had beer machines in the barracks, and we'd continue our beer drinking there. Those were the old days, boy, I tell you. This field is just absolutely beautiful. It's all artificial turf. I broke my wrist playing on this field one time, trying to score from first to home on a single. Here you can see the artificial dirt has been kind of ripped up. Yeah, that's artificial dirt. Artificial grass and artificial dirt. All the other fields that we had, in addition to Ebbett's Field, field number 2, field number 1, well, you'll see in a minute, but this used to be called Field 2. Obviously, it doesn't get much use. There is no infield left anymore. It's just all grass. I think they just mow it Might be a great place to run your dog or play frisbee anymore, but not much good for softball anymore. There's just not a big demand for intramural sports like there used to be. Everyone's just hiding out in the barracks playing video games. That's why you never see anybody in the racquetball courts anymore. Here's a spot I remember as, this might have been old Field 1, but it's just been overgrown by jungle, and all that remains there is some of the light poles. So that field is completely gone. Elsewhere on the base, the jungle takes over places that were once utilized and are no longer utilized. And sometimes I'll just walk around enjoying the greenery. Some areas of the base adjacent to and included in some of the jungles, there's an invasive plant species here. I think it's called Chain of Love. It's very similar to the Chinese kudzu, but this is a flowering plant. But it just smothers everything and takes over. It actually kills other foliage and trees, but don't know how you can get rid of it. I don't think anybody knows how to get rid of it, but at least it's got flowers. But it has permeated much of the area of the base that is not in use. It's just a radical plant. Continuing along our walk, we happened to stop at the historic cemetery located in the old Chamorro village of Sumai. This site once contained 157 grave markers dating to 1910, but the cemetery was badly damaged during the 1944 invasion of Guam. Crucial cemetery records have been lost, and it's not certain how many bodies are actually buried here, but it's good to see that it's still maintained. Most days when I do walk, either by myself or with my walking partner, we'll vary our route just to take in some different scenery. To see some of these boats here, it's pretty sad. But in any case, it's just nice. It's a nice walk down here. It's the waters are pretty, the boats are pretty, and I get to check out the sailboats and do a little dreaming. This day we stopped along the dock to see if we could spot the resident manta ray, and sometimes we get a little lucky. He's going down now.
He'll come up on the other side.
Our morning walks wouldn't complete with without seeing about a half a dozen or more dead frogs smushed on the road. Frogs just don't know how to cross the street. Anyway, we continued along down towards San Luis Beach on the base here, and seeing some of the storm damage, big rocks and chunks of coral thrown up on the beach, big tire. By the time we got down to the end of the road here, we discovered the beach was closed, and we'll have to take this walk another day.
No lifeguard on duty. That means no swimming.
Many years ago, us kids would make jokes about our grandpa staring intently at the ground when he walked. Now that I'm approaching that age, I know exactly why he did, because he didn't want to fall. But he used to tell us the real reason was because that's where the money is. It's amazing how much stuff is on the ground if you're simply paying attention. This is today's catch. I'll just add it to the stuff I found in my 4 previous walks, and, well, I'm much better at this than I am at fishing. I'll just spray a little ointment on it all, mix it up a bit, then sort it into its rightful container. Oops, I think I'm going to need a bigger container. Heck, I figure in about 20 more years of walking, I could have enough to open up a hardware store.